It's a video. Well, it's a vlog. So, we're here. Yes. Yeah. Usually I try and do this in the daytime when I have light, but I forgot, and then I went jogging, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I wanted to open this because I'm gonna get better at vlogging. I'm gonna get better at doing the vlogging part. I'm gonna get better at doing the editing part and posting it on time. So, there we go. I'm missing my ebooks. There we go. Okay, so I am currently in the middle of a whole bunch of books. And guess what? I am starting another one tonight because I'm trying to get caught up because I am horribly behind. Things you should know going into this vlog. I am currently participating in 3 reading things. 2 of them are readathons. One of them is a reading challenge that I am co-hosting because I don't know, I wanted to have no emotional stability for the year of 2021. I just figured we'd continue that trend from 2020. Let's start with the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge. I have not completed a single board for that the reading challenge that I am hosting. Have not. I am 2/3 of the way through Cap's mission log. I need to keep calling them mission logs. I keep forgetting to call them mission logs. Give me a second. I can tell you exactly. It was supposed to be Shadow and Bone, The Black Cabinet, Legendborn. Holy moly, y'all, Legendborn. I'm gonna have to do a Fresh Reads Friday for that one. Really am. It is a very, very good book. Very good book. I need to finish The Black Cabinet by Jill Watts. Why did I put this on the first board I needed to finish? Because it happens in New Washington, D.C., and I needed that. So that's Avengers. I need to finish 5 boards this month. I need to finish Cap. I need to finish Thor, Hulk, not Rhodey, Falcon, and Shuri this month. Some of them are going to cross over with other readathons. I'm doing Valentine's. I am just going to, as I finish books, see where they fit on that bingo board, and I will keep you updated. I should actually do some of the non-book prompts on there too. That would be fun. And then I'm also doing Blackathon, which is one of the books that I'm about to talk to you with. So I'm dropping my ebook thing. So my workbook is currently The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives, or The Secret Lives of the 4 Wives. I believe one of them is a book, one of them is a play, and it's in Bookly as both. This is about, from what I understand, it's about a polygamous family in Nigeria. The father, Baba Segi, has 3 other wives, and then 2 years ago he brought in a 4th wife, and he is not feeling okay with the fact that she does not have children. It was interesting because I thought it was going to be another case of her being upset. At least we haven't gotten into her point of view yet, but it was going to be about her struggle with the fact that she hasn't had kids yet. And it's actually him who's insecure about this, despite the fact that he has children from all 3 of these other wives. So sir, it's not like there's something wrong with you. It's really funny because, this man gets under my skin. So he's just, everything's about him. And I'm just I understand that this is the society that he lives in, and I understand why he is the way he is, but oh man, it just makes me uncomfortable, and I'm oh, this is not an equal partnership here with any of these women. Okay. At least not as it is being, not from what we've seen yet. But the author was able to draw you in, and even though you don't like this guy, you're sitting there going, oh man, dude, please, why? You're still going, okay, but I need to know what's up. It's you've sat down for some good gossip or something. You're okay, I need to know everything about this family and everything about what is going on, all of this. So I'm 77% into a 304-page book, supposedly. I have the pages down somewhere. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Other books that I am going to be reading. My bedtime book is going to be Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I didn't start this last night because I was too lazy to get out of bed and film my wrap-up clip for Shadow and Bone. Today is February 1st, by the way. Editing Margaret will need to know that. The thing that I am the most invested in right now, This is not for any readathons. I think it's going to count for a couple of things on Tony's mission log, because I would like to keep moving forward on the mission logs for this readathon thing that I am doing. But it is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I read The Hate U Give and absolutely freaking loved it, because Angie Thomas knows how to write characters. She knows how to write a story. She knows how to write humor. This is everything that she has put into the last 2 books, dialed up to 10. Like, I was laughing from the first page, and now we're in the middle, and we're having moments that are reminding me of moments that are going to be paralleled in the future between Mav and Star, and I'm going, why is she making me feel this way? Just the emotions, that conversation between Mav and his mom. Okay, so I have 3 hours and 41 minutes left of an audiobook that was, it is 8 hours and 17 minutes. So I literally put this on at like 4 o'clock as I was winding down at work and getting ready to come home, and I have not stopped listening to it since. Well, I did, because I had to do here. Ta-da. But it is that good. And like, it's a really good book. That's it. I don't have that much to talk about because I'm not doing anything right now. I'm not even folding my laundry. I have no idea where that's going. I have to go to bed. I have no idea what I'm doing with any of that. Now I've got more laundry in. This tells you the general state of my life. I'm not all here. I am not all here. Yeah. We sort of checked out of things in January, and I'm just now getting all of this back. So, anyways, it was fun working without a brain for a couple weeks there. That was an interesting experience. I've gotten a little more reading done. That needs to go in the trash. I have read to 15% in The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives. I'm just going to say Secret Lives from now on because that's just so much easier. I still have no idea what's going on, and I had to stop on my lunch break right as they're getting to the hospital, which is there's supposed to be something big that's revealed by the tests at this hospital. And I'm like, I've been reading to get to that point, and we're like, right there. Maybe where she's going to get the test, I'm not sure. But I'm just like, and I had to go on back on to work, and I was just like, oh man, you can tell, I have been eating things I should not be eating because look at my skin. It's so bright and rosy. I hate it. Anyways, so I am here. It is Thursday night. I have an update. I skipped last night because the only thing that mattered last night was The Expanse and finishing that season finale, which was like one of the weird, I mean, it was still better written than The 100, but like one of the weirdest episodes I've watched since I started watching season 7 of The 100. Like the pacing was all off. And I think part of that was because they decided to kill Alex Kamal off. Sorry, spoilers for The Expanse. Since they are not going to be continuing on with that actor due to the allegations against him, which ticks me off because when you have a character that's that important to the story, I feel like you should just recast them. I've said this on Twitter, I'll say it again and again. I think we are far too attached to the idea of specific people playing specific roles. And there is a reason that you use actors, and that's because they are not real people, and they can therefore be replaced when they die or do things that they should not do. And I mean, they should not be working in that industry any longer or be exposed, be able to be exposed to the kinds of fans that flock in that industry. So, anyways, I'm pissed about that because it was just so anticlimactic and so like not well done. Like they compared it to the death that happens in Serenity, and compared to Alex's death, I feel like that death was still far like that. I have issues with that death. I don't think it should have happened, but I also think it was much better integrated into the narrative better than Alex just stroking out. Like, anyways, like there was no. Anyways, so that aside, it was a really I want to say it was a really good episode. I mean, I really enjoyed it. There were parts that were really good. Naomi's storyline was just the best storyline they've given Dom since the thing began, I think. So, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for books. I finished The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives by Lola Shanayan. I finished it today. Anyways, earlier, it's one of those that, like, I wasn't reading because I actually liked most of the characters. Like, I wasn't particularly attached to many of them. The only ones that I actually liked were Iya Tope and then Bolanle. They were the only characters worth anyone's time in that book, and they deserve so much better. But, like, the plot and what was going on, I'm sitting there, like, I think, like, kind of from the beginning what's going on with Bolanle and why she can't have kids. Like, you have an idea of that from pretty early on, in my opinion. And so you're spending the entire book basically waiting for a bomb to go off. Basically. And so as you get closer and closer to when you know that bomb has to go off, like, it gets harder and harder to put this book down. So, just putting that out there. Like, it was, like, so I know there are probably going to be people that want to pick apart the plot and the narrative and the points of view, and I just, like, I think they all really worked well for the story that was being told. So there's that. Like, I think they worked well together. Certain elements, if they were not done the way they were done, I don't think they would have worked, but because of the way that the author combined them and used them, I think they worked really, really well together. And I think that they created a narrative. It is not my favorite book I have read so far this month. What books have I... Like, this is the second book I finished this month. What was the last book I finished, guys? I finished a book... Oh, Shadow and Bone. Was it Shadow and Bone? Shadow and Bone, I think. Anyways, so, like, just because it doesn't have the thing that I want most from fiction, and that is a true, good, wonderful romance. And, like, no one in this book should have been in a romantic relationship, really, with anyone else that was in this book. So, there's that. Like, everyone was a mess, and they all needed help. But, yeah, so I'm just like... So it's not a favorite, but it was really good, and I really did enjoy it, and there's so much in it to make you sit back and think about. So one of the things I was talking with a friend was that there's a definite focus in Nigerian feminism of, like, recognizing that both men and women can be responsible for infertility or a couple not having children. Because this isn't the first book I've read that's had this kind of theme in it. And it was just really interesting to kind of sit there and say, okay, like, think about how feminism looks different in different parts of the globe. Like, I know feminism looks different based on each person's different experience, but what I know is what I know from how things look in the United States. This brings up other stuff, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, it was just interesting, and I really enjoyed reading it. Even if I really wanted to just, like, oh my gosh, this dude, the fact that he had anyone marry him, let alone 4 women. The first one maybe I could have seen, because they were still both young and dumb. Basically what it was is a whole bunch of women who didn't have a lot of good options. Like, he was the best of a whole bunch of bad options. All right, so tonight, since I'm not being held hostage by this book anymore, I'm going to start Siege and Storm because I need to. So I want to get this thing done that I'm doing with these books. I want it done so that I can do other things that I have plans for starting this month, hopefully. Anyways, I'm gonna go. So I am trying to do some semblance of getting my life together right now, so you guys get to watch me fold laundry while we talk. I think the last time I talked, it was the night before last, and I had just finished The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives. I can't remember what hold on, let me see what the last thing we talked about was. Yes, the last time we talked, I had just finished Baba Segi's Wives, which I still, like, I'm really excited because there is a Netflix show that's going to be coming up for, movie, something like that. Anyways, I'm really excited for that because it's such a good story, and I feel like I really wanted to. I know it's made into a play, and I really wanted to see the play, but or I would have, as a theater person, would have loved to see the play and see how they handled the roles and like translating that story to stage. I love seeing that stuff. And that might be why I'm more openly minded about adaptations, because I'm used to, like, you know, you gotta make some things work when you're actually going from the written page to people who are acting and doing things. The point that we are getting on, I'm gonna try and do a small, I guess, update thing for you. Let's see where I am with things, that kind of thing. It's over there. I'm almost done Concrete Rose. I think I have like 2 hours left. I finally picked it back up. And I remember now why I hadn't picked it back up, and this because, like, this is one that, like, I'm already invested in these characters, and so I don't want to put the book down. So there is that. But I've already completed one prompt for Blackathon. I haven't sat down with any of the Valentine's prompts. Maybe I'll do that later this afternoon or evening, because I'm going to be sitting down and doing my bullet journaling, all of that stuff, and I really want to, like, kind of get that. I need to get my bullet journal set up, because if I don't, like, where's my motivation? So let's see where I am with boards. I haven't started Slay yet, so I haven't touched any of the stuff for the February boards that I'm doing, which are Sam, Shuri, etc. But so for Cap's board, all I need to do is finish Black Cabinet by Jill Watts. I finished Legend Born, obviously, and then I also finished Shadow and Bone. So that knocked off several prompts on that board. So Cap, I only need to finish one more. So maybe I'll work on finishing that this weekend. And then Hulk, if I finish Black Cabinet, that knocks off a prompt for Hulks, because I'm using Cap's superpower. And then I also read Chain of Gold, which has green on the cover and also has Science Bros in it. Obviously Legend Born, so I would just need to read Heist Society to knock off Hulk. And then, let's see, so for Thor, I've read Legend Born, I've read Bitter Blue, so I have 2 more books that I need to finish for that one. I need to finish The Vanishing Half for that one, and then I need to finish Sky in the Deep, which I think is going to be my next audiobook. And then when I finish Concrete Rose, I'm probably going to apply that to Tony's mission log. Today, I need to finish, or I need to start working on this again. This does not tell you anything if you are, okay. So I need to start working on the Black Cabinet by Jill Watts. Again, I am like 90 pages in, something like that. So, oh, these are actually pretty decent pages. So it's like only like 300 pages I have to finish this. So I can do that. And then I need to work on, I've started Winterwood by Kristen Kishore. Loving it. Loving Gideon's character arc. Like, Gideon just has the best character arc. I love it. Like, he went from, please get this man out of my sight, to, okay, I would actually, in fact, want to end up with this dude. And that's a growth. That's growth. That's growth, y'all. Hello. I am here to talk about some books while folding my laundry, because, oh, hold on, where's my timer? I have 15 minutes to do some stuff in this mess, to get stuff done. So I figured I would talk to y'all while I was folding laundry, and then I need to go back, to editing a video. Reading that has gotten done. We finished Concrete Rose yesterday. I think I already talked to y'all about that. Maybe if I turn the light this way, you can actually see, okay, you can see me better now. Okay, so we finished Concrete Rose, which means I needed another audiobook. I picked up Cibola Burn. I finally know how to say it. It is Cibola Burn. It's Jefferson Mays, and I could swear I have heard Jefferson Mays narrate stuff other than The Expanse. So I'm not sure. I am enjoying it. Again, like, I'm finding I've got the same problem with Cibola Burn as I did with Caliban's War, which is that my favorite storyline, which is Naomi's storyline in that season, so this is season 4, and Caliban's War was season 3. My favorite storyline, which is Naomi's, is not in the book because Naomi has yet to be a point of view character. Why am I yelling? I'm sorry, guys. I'm enjoying it because we got Elvie. We have Holden, obviously, so I was going to be happy with it regardless. We have someone else. Basia. It's or Beja. Something like that. Baja, that's what it is. Which I feel like them substituting Lucia for Baja was a much stronger storytelling choice. Because she has, like, it creates a whole inherent conflict, and I think she's a little bit more of a sympathetic character than he is in the book. It is very interesting that the choices that you see them make in the show to be like, hey, there were not enough women in this books, so let's fix that. Definitely like this one, we've got 3 male points of view, 1 female. I'm not really feeling the, what's the word, the absence, just because we do have a lot of strong female characters that are in positions of power. But it's still not like the awesome combination that was Holden, Afasarala, and Bobby. We did get to see a little bit of Bobby at the beginning of this one, so I'm hoping we get to see more of Bobby as this series goes on. Because I do believe, I suspect, and I don't know, but I suspect that we're going to have some of the characters that we've seen in previous books join the crew of the Rossi when we go into book 6 to 7, just because I do know some of what happens between 6 and 7. So I have a feeling. That's enough of that one. I've also continued reading The Black Cabinet by Jill Watts. I've made like 20 pages worth of progress today, which is more progress than I've made in like a week. This one is a little, like, it's not the easiest nonfiction to follow I've ever read. There are a lot of names, there are a lot of dates. However, I do think that if you're not too hung up on who is who all the time, it's actually a really good, like, the through line and the narrative of the story makes sense. And I still, like, I know it's nonfiction, but I still think about narrative because you can still craft a narrative with how you are talking about the historical facts. And for me, it's less about telling a story. Well, it all comes down to storytelling anyways, but I think that even when you're working with nonfiction and things that actually happened, there is a way to lay things out so that your audience, in the best cases, so your audience has the greatest understanding of what happened. A lot of the time, that narrative, when you say narrative, it's like you're laying things out in such a way that the audience is going to come to a specific conclusion, or it's the same conclusion as the author, which maybe that's happening here, but I just think that, like, you have to, even when you're doing nonfiction, you have to think of narrative structure and how are you presenting these things that happened to the audience, and are you presenting them in a way that has a flow and a follow-through and it's easy to understand. Again, lots of names and dates, and I'm not entirely sure who is who all of the time. I know who Mary McLeod Bethune is. That's the only one I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that is. And then there's a whole bunch of dudes, and I'm just like, yeah, that one. So, but it is really interesting because it's talking about the different, like, the politics in Washington, D.C. around just after the turn of the century in regards to the New Deal and who was being helped by the New Deal and who was not being helped by the New Deal, and how, like, basically, it's just really annoying and frustrating. There was a quote from someone that we came across in the book that literally had me wanting to throw the book across the room. Not the fall of the book, but the fact that that person existed and had those thoughts. Ignore the fact that my bed is not made. Today is a Monday, so anyways, we're gonna wrap this vlog up and talk about what we've been reading. I finished 2 books this week, which is getting back into my normal groove. I finished The Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives by Lola Shanayan. I enjoyed it. I thought she did a really good job of getting me invested in characters I really didn't like at all, for the most part. Like, I was somewhat invested in the main character because she's actually a pretty decent person. But some of the other ones, I'm just like, your choices, why? And then obviously the titular Baba Segi was not all that. Just not impressive. And I know that these women's options were very limited, which makes things understandable. But, like, ooh, they could have done so much better, and they deserved much better, even if some of them were terrible people. I also finished Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I love it. I am so glad that I have it for my collection. Like, I don't think Angie Thomas is ever going to disappoint me. I don't see it ever happening, because 3 books so far have all had things that I just absolutely adore. She knows how to write relationships. She knows how to write family. She knows how to write conflict, and, like, just, I love the way she builds her storylines and her plot. I also, there it is. I knew it was behind me somewhere. I also did a little bit more in The Black Cabinet. I'm just going to keep chipping away at this because I want to finish Steve's Board. I have not finished any boards yet. It's February. The 1st is February 8th. We have not finished any of these boards yet. It's fine. I'm not the one that, like, came up with the idea in the first place. So, anyways. Like, the original idea. Like, the entire thing we have built together. But, like, that original snapshot idea. This readathon is so much, or reading challenge is so much bigger than anything I could have done by myself. Anything that I would have thought of by myself. It's a lot. It is a lot. And I need to message people today. Shoot. Anyways, that is it for now, my friends. No, that's not how we end videos. Thank you for watching. No, that's not how we end videos now either. If you are feeling chatty, let me know. If you are participating in any of these readathons, what have you completed any of them? If you are participating in the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge, let me know if you've completed any boards, or are you a loser like I am? Just, you know, put that out there. If you are not feeling chatty, give me a rose for Maverick, just because he deserves all of the roses. It's not going to make sense to any of you unless you've read the book. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will also move over and put videos over here so that you can watch other stuff on my channel if you're interested in it. Oh, that's just, okay, I thought I saw a roach. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!